putting the wrong fuel into your car could be the stuff of nightmares, but it needn't be. At AA we do have a solution for that, and we're down at the AA garages to find out. Our expert Vijay is going to talk us through what you can do should that happen. So Vijay, thanks for joining us again. So look, it does happen. We see it every year that someone has put petrol into a diesel car or diesel into a petrol car. Firstly, tell us, which is worse?
Putting petrol into a diesel car is normally the worst thing you can do, because the diesel fuel acts as a lubricant for the fuel pump and stuff like that. So if you put petrol into a diesel, the petrol will wash away the lubricant in the fuel pump and cause some serious damage. I mean, you could be looking at a couple of €1,000 for a new replacement pump.
So obviously diesel into a petrol is the lesser of those two evils.
Diesel into petrol is not good. You know, we wouldn't recommend it anyway, but it still can do damage to other parts of the engine. But either way, both of them are not a good idea.
So look, you're at the forecourt, maybe you were distracted or there was a baby crying or something happened, that you've put the wrong fuel in. If you realise it before you move off, what should you do next?
Well, the first thing you do is don't start the vehicle. You know, call for help, assistance, and if you can, get the vehicle pushed away from the fuel pump, and then we can send our vehicles out and drain the fuel out for you.
So look, we're in front of the machine that can do this job. You know, tell us how it works simply.
So basically, this is a big fuel pump with a tank, and what it does, it can suck out the fuel. The patrol would connect into the fuel line of the system, of the vehicle that's been contaminated, and he will suck out the fuel. The gauge will tell us how much fuel he's draining out, and then once he drains it out, they can put an additive in, a cleaning solution for the whole fuel system, and then what happens is they refuel it with the correct fuel, start the vehicle up, make sure it's running okay, and then the member can go off.
So is that only in the event that you haven't started the car, or is it a different procedure if you have run the fuel through?
It's normally the same, but the risk is, if you've run the vehicle, the risk is there could be damage further down the line. You know, you might not recognize it there and then, but you know, a week later or 2 weeks later, you can start finding out that the vehicle's not running right because there's been damage done, or the cat's blocked or something like that, you know, because the cat can get coated with the fuel. And so it could happen after the event, but we make sure we try to clean the system before you can drive away.
And is this enough? So once you've done this procedure and the fuel is drained out and you've put the proper fuel through, is that enough, or should you do more to your car following that?
I would recommend, if you are doing that, is just get the vehicle back into your garage and get the fuel filter changed, and just get them to do a full check and a full run of the system to make sure everything's running okay.
And how successful is this system? I mean, does it always work, or are there events where it's just not going to work?
Well, I haven't heard that we can't do a certain vehicle, so at the moment it's very, very good, and it does do the job. But I haven't heard of any vehicle not being for us, that we couldn't drain the fuel out of it.